thought I would sit back, but I gotta sit up.
Just the feeling of like being in a firefight and hearing the click of the gun, throwing it down, grabbing one off the wall.
So my gun is upside down and he's like laying in. I see kill assist, kill assist, kill assist.
Any pistol across any of the games. Whatever gun allows me to feel the most like John Wick, I am there.
And remember how excited I was with like this big combat with vehicles going all over.
What are they doing? Rocket race?
Something here for everyone, right? I think that's.
I feel like me and this guy could vibe. Me and him could vibe.
Well, what is Halo multiplayer? And for me, it boils down to this tight arena-style combat. And
Yes.
big team battle, this wide open,
Yes.
vehicle-infused.
Joseph Staten, have
kind
my
of
children.
combat. We're taking that awesome legacy or classic Halo combat experience and modernizing it in ways that'll feel fresh to old players and really exciting.
Oh my god, this guy
We're gonna
fucking
look for
gets
ways
it.
to customize your Spartan, really make your super soldier your own, and we're kicking off a journey, an experience
guy
that's
gets
gonna
it.
evolve month to month, season to season, year after year.
For me, working through this multiplayer of this game, and the toughest challenge I think was really about how
This guy
do
gets
we
it.
respect the legacy of what came before us, but still build something that feels new.
We've tried to bring all these elements of legacy and really inject them into Halo Infinite, not just like in a way where you kind of won't notice it, where you feel like, oh, they really designed this to be a celebration of previous Halo, as well as an iteration of where Halo can go next.
Okay, I like that answer. That's a very good answer. They're paying homage
Vision
to
of Arena
classic.
was
That's all that
about a
matters.
Tight experience. It was all about being fair. It was all about earning everything on the map, earning everything, every kill you get.
Ernie.
Going back to like what is the core foundation of what made the great Halo multiplayer.
These
arena
fucking guys
great.
get it!
Halo, it's really about fair and balanced starts. So
Yes!
everyone's on equal footing when they come off the rip.
Yes!
And once they start running around, it's about scavenging. It's about finding
Yes!
and kind of developing your play style as you run through the match.
What makes Halo feel like Halo? I feel like the answer to that question is the sandbox. Like the sandbox is Halo.
Yes.
When we set out to look
Yes.
at Halo Infinite from a high level and the direction of what it is, there's lots of exciting things there because we really wanted to push what are the things
This
that are
man.
true to Halo, but what are the things that fans haven't seen yet.
Equipment is back, but equipment is kind of has a bigger voice than ever before. We ask questions to ourselves of if you could go after a power weapon to get a bunch of kills, would you do that, or could you go and get grapple to make sure that you swing yourself to the other side of a map to back cap a stronghold? We saw it as like another avenue of not just skill expression but tactics for teams to coordinate.
Okay.
The exciting combinatory
Okay.
nature of this toy plus this toy and how those interact with objectives is super amazing.
Dude, he
Looking
just
at
launched
how the
himself with a
power-ups
grab
work,
hammer.
your classic power-ups like the overshield and the active camouflage. For this title, what we're looking at, what we're excited for, is you pick that up and you choose when you activate it. It goes into your inventory. If you haven't used it and someone kills you in multiplayer, you drop that overshield and then they could take it, use it for themselves. That to me is very legacy, but we took the equipment side of it and modernized it.
Okay.
When it comes to
So you
the
get to pick
vehicles,
when you can use
we went
it.
in and decided to invest a lot in the systems. When I take damage in my Warthog, my wheels can get blown off, my hood can get blown off. There's different aspects of
The
the vehicle
fucking
that
wheel
change
is off.
how my vehicle handles it. And that's something that's brand new.
The other thing we added to that is like this doomsday mechanic. So when you hit this threshold, the vehicle catches fire, and it's very much you've got a certain amount of health or a certain amount of time, and you got to choose what you want to do with the last minutes of this vehicle.
We've got a cousin to the
Interesting.
Warthog, which is the Razorback.
The back has this like multi-storage compartment that you can put a lot of stuff into. So if you want to put like detached turrets, power weapons, fusion coils, objectives, and that is what's really making the Razorback kick a lot of butt in MP and campaign.
That's kind of cool.
The levels define pace for the game, how frantic it is, and they define that iconic fantasy for players as they're entering that match. What do they want to do? What type of experience are they hoping to have? What kind of combat, what kind of dance floor is there available to have that combat?
He just grappled towards him with the hammer. Dude.
For me, BTB is all
That's
about
about to be so
experiencing,
troll.
The full extent of the sandbox of Halo in
just one match, right? Like you see the vehicles, the weapons, the equipment.
We really wanted to take that kind of concept, those feels you had, playing the previous games, and just turn the volume up.
Damn.
Vehicles are no longer just spawning at bases anymore. We have Pelicans delivering them, and we have a commander in your ear telling you that Pelicans are going to be dropping off these vehicles.
Dude, that's pretty cool. So now
We have
you vie for
Halo
control
2
for them.
style Delta Halo mission weapon pods that fall from the sky to resupply the field.
That's where it makes it feel like a real battlefield, and it's very exciting.
This is not just more players. This is just this certain beautiful slice
Bleh.
of sci-fi chaos.
That's me. I can't shoot with it, but I'm gonna fucking fly with it.
The announcer is your big gameplay moments, your game modes, just like the way it was before. Personal AI is really a reflection and information for the player.
Personal AI. Designation button.
So if a player grabs a flag, your personal AI is going to tell you to, get that thing back to base and give you some like moment-to-moment updates.
Our team took the enemy flag.
What if we can let players choose their own AI, and each one of those are different voices,
Ooh,
so that
all right.
players can find the one that fits their personality and their mood the best?
They add to the sense of like me as a Spartan being more important, and for us in multiplayer it is really about becoming a Spartan. You're Spartan. You are you inside of the Halo universe.
The body of customization content that we have on day one ensures that there will be millions of customization combinations for Spartans on the battlefield. That includes things like armor coatings, armor emblems, various armor effects, down to the individual armor pieces. So your shoulders, your gloves, your knee pads, your helmet, your visor, your helmet attachments. Then you look at weapons, and we've got a whole slew of customization offerings there. Vehicles have a huge pool of customizations too. We support customization in the game. Players can do the same thing on HaloWaypoint.com.
This is like Destiny.
Halo Waypoint app.
The player also customizes
This is like Destiny.
the Spartan, the soldier inside the suit. We want the Spartan to represent the player as much as possible. They can change their body type and their voice, as well as choose prosthetics for the first time.
Coatings offer us a unique opportunity to craft some hyper-polished looks and let you express yourselves in ways you've never been able to before.
Damn, that's tight.
So we're coming at this from a player-first mentality. So what that means is that there's no random loot in this. There's no loot boxes. It's very important to us that everyone
That person needs to learn how to shoot a
understands
battle
exactly how
rifle,
they
but that's
unlock
pretty sick.
Customization content, and we have a variety of places where they can do that. First off is the Battle Pass.
The Halo Battle Pass will never be taken away from you. And what I mean by that is once you buy it, it's yours and does not expire.
Oh,
in future seasons,
that's pretty
you
cool.
can purchase old Battle Passes as well as the current Battle Passes.
This is
Choose
what a lot of
which
battle
Battle
royales
Pass
are
to put
missing.
your progression towards.
You have to
All of these rewards
keep
are
playing
single
on it
source,
within a
so
given
you're
amount of
never gonna
time.
be confused about where things come from. If you can unlock something in the Battle Pass, we're not going to let any other players circumvent that by purchasing it out of the storefront.
A lot of our stuff is unlocked through playing the game and only through playing the game. All customization is just cosmetic.
Every season will have its own theme and introduce new components, new looks, new gameplay for players, new opportunities to earn and collect cool rewards. We've seen the Samurai already. That's one of our event armor cores. And that's going to be something that players can earn through gameplay for free.
With us going free to play for the multiplayer part of the game, like that was a big goal because, how do we have a way we can always bring players in, right? And they can, when we have a new update, they'll just dip their toes in if they even just want to see it.
Not only are we free to play, but we're free to play on PC as well as console. And what that means is we're able to get the biggest audience we've ever had. Everybody gets to play with no barriers. And even better, your progression carries from one platform to the next.
Getting our game to be on PC and console at the same time is an amazing chance for us to really just kind of excite new players about the game. How can we do things like make cross-play interesting, and like even in just customs, being able to just play with your friends. That like some people have PCs and some people have consoles, and like let them talk to each other, let them be friends.
Yes, yes.
Why are you here?
To be a Spartan.
The Academy is a place that you can go within MP to kind of onboard into the experience. It's great for newer players who are still picking up the controls, and also people who want to warm up before they head into matchmaking. It's a series of experiences, both a tutorial to get started for the first time, weapon drills to practice with specific items, and also training mode that you can use to just
Get your ass out.
explore the game as you want to.
For players who are new to Halo,
I'm
let's help them
excited,
learn what this
man.
universe is about.
I've been waiting
Some
for
of
this
these
for so
characters,
long.
What are they about? And help them kind of know the vocabulary that people have been speaking for now almost 20 years, so that when they come in there, they don't feel like they're behind everyone else. They can kind of come in on an even footing.
I mean, I'm super jazzed about bots. I think they're awesome. Our goal with bots has been to have a variety of difficulties.
Look, they're talking
that
about
kind
you,
of
Noah.
Provide a good training partner for wherever you're at in the experience.
Partnering with our players on the road to launch and after launch is absolutely critical, right?
I mean, Halo's always been about the community conversation.
We want to make sure we hear our players, make changes where we can based on that feedback, make sure the game is ready for launch, and then even beyond launch.
What I'm genuinely excited about is taking the game out of our hands and putting it into the community's hands. You know, whether it's seeing what people make in Forge or the content that they're able to create with theater, watching streamers go after the game.
To get involved, you go to haloinsider.com, put in your info with your gamer tag, and we should be able to reach out to you if we want to invite you to a Halo Infinite flight.
Yes.
We feel like we've got a pretty good selection at launch and what's going to be there for our fans. And this isn't going to be something that is just a static set of items. We have some new stuff in the works already, and
That's
just
cool.
can't wait to really get into that as soon as this game comes out.
New maps, new modes, new ways to customize your Spartan. Launch is just the beginning. Now we're just going to be able to talk, interact more frequently, and that's just going to be great. That is the future of Halo Infinite multiplayer.
Thank you to the community for all their feedback over the years so far.
Dude, this looks really
and,
good.
I'm looking forward to the road to launch, launch itself, and beyond.
Dude, this looks so good. This looks like it is going to be great. No, it's a pickup. The grapple hook they've already said is a pickup. Dude. This looks
Play
good.
Day one with Xbox Game Pass.
This looks really fucking good. Is there anything else? Give me more. Can I see more? Is that it? Okay, so I really want to... Y'all need to listen. All right, here we are.
Arena-style Halo multiplayer.
So this is what sold me right here. This mindset, and this should be something that everybody understands. At least if you really love classic Halo. Listen to this guy. He gets it. And even the people following, talking about it, about their idea of Halo Infinite multiplayer, they understand what made Halo so good. So ultimately, when you just listen to these people. Listen to these people.
And for me, it boils down to this tight arena-style combat and big team battle, this wide open,
Two concepts.
vehicle-infused kind of combat. We're taking that awesome legacy or classic Halo combat experience and modernizing it in ways that'll
Keyword
feel
classic.
fresh to old players and really exciting to new players. We're going to give you great ways to customize your Spartan, really make your super soldier your own, and we're kicking off a journey, an experience that's going to evolve month to month, season to season,
Month to
year
month,
after year.
and season to season.
For me, working through this multiplayer of this game, and the toughest challenge I think was really
He
about
gets this too.
How do we respect the legacy of what came before us, but still build something that feels new?
We've tried to bring all these elements of legacy and really inject them into Halo Infinite, not just like in a way where you kind of won't notice it, where you feel like, oh, they really designed this to be a celebration of previous Halo, as well as an iteration of where Halo can go next.
That is the vision. That is the vision.
The vision of Arena was all about a tight experience. It was all about being fair. It was all about earning everything on the map, earning everything, every kill you get.
Going back to like what is the core foundation of what made the great Halo multiplayer arena matches great. Halo, it's really about fair and balanced starts, so everybody's on equal footing when they come
Equal
off the
footing.
road. And then once they start running around, it's about scavenging, it's about finding new toys and kind of developing your playstyle as you run through the match.
So that is the key. I really am excited for this. I know people are still got their reservations. We're talking about 343 here. You'll never see me not here talking about the last about 7 years. However, that little snippet of their mindset going into Halo Infinite speaks volumes, because it's literally what every classic Halo player who's played Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3 has asked for so long, is an approach that appreciates the classic formula, that appreciates the legacy that Halo came prior. So, this is just me. I don't think it's going to be anything like we've played before, but it's also going to have a lot of elements that call back to previous games, which honestly, it's the newest Halo. We can't have Halo 3 2.0. We can't have Halo 2 2.0. We can't have Reach 4, 5 2.0. You see what I'm saying? It has to be something new that pays homage to classic gameplay and some of the more modern systems introduced recently. Clip that. And then fuck all y'all. This game's going to be great. It's going to be great. As in the words of Standing Cougar, Halo Infinite will be the best game ever. I'm believing him. So, how are we feeling, chat? Let's discuss. Are we feeling good? Are we feeling hype? Are you feeling a little discouraged? I know some of you guys are sweatbags in here. I want to see some comp stuff, but judging from their approach thus far, where are we at? Beta, please. They've already announced that there'll be technical alphas for the Insider towards the end of the summer. Now, they haven't given us a date, but I would say probably end of July, early August, honestly. I'm fucking hyped. Me too, Kevin. Me fucking too, dude. Veronica, I'm with you, man. I haven't been excited like this for a while. Got some good vibes, however, I'm going to wait a week or so at launch because of their past failures at launch. Totally agree. I think there should be a lot of you who have that reservation to do that. Do that. But understand and agree with yourself that you will not feel like you've missed out of a week of good gameplay if it does release well. Don't regret it. Have your reservations, wait for these reviews, wait for your streamers to play the game and see their impressions of it and go from there and make the decision. It's totally agreeable. Gonna hold breath. That's the way to be. Maintain expectations. But as of now, I can't. Because that mindset, see, that's what I'm all about, even when I'm in a competitive setting or environment, is the vision. That vision was good. They understand. Quinn still gets my blood boiling a little bit, but whatever, I think he is just ultimately trying to revolutionize a game that's been around for so long, and it's hard to do that without pissing and stepping on people's toes. Like pissing on their feet, disrespectful as hell. But I still have a ton of questions. All of us have tons of questions. I have tons of questions right now. I don't know what I want. I don't know what question I want to ask. I'm hyped in my life for a long time. There it is. There's the passion. That is the passion. I was read a couple months back about how polished and finished the game would be, but I have to say I'm optimistic. Based on last year's campaign trailer they showed to now, there seems to be a complete overhaul, which, looking at the game visually, is pretty as shit. It looks great. Now they talked it, now let's see they walk it. I agree. Can you talk the talk, but can you walk the walk? Taking a 2-way vacation off for this shit? Yeah, I'm taking at least a week. Solid week. I'll wait a week. It looks great. It looks like it might have the Halo 3 gameplay feel with super graphics and engine. I feel like it's a nice... To me, just judging off the gameplay, I felt like it combined Halo 3 and Halo 5. I'm cool with that. That's all I could ever ask for. Didn't look like AIDS. That's good. Yeah, we don't like AIDS around here. Well, it's definitely the Halo 5 engine or something similar to it, because it's the closest thing they've had. It's still 4v4. I wonder if they're thinking of doing 5v5. They said arena-based, and they're talking about Halo's legacy. And I think I remember them mention 4v4, the first guy that talked about the vision. So I think it's got to be 4v4. There'll always be other playlists like 5v5 and 6v6 at some point. Yeah, it might have a lot of game types. Watch it while I'm pooping. Did it help? Did it help relieve? That's all that matters. It's Unreal Engine, I think, same as Apex. Well, that's even better. A more thought-out version of H5. Yeah. the ranking system is also important. Yeah, I'd like to see how they approach that. I think ultimately they know that they need to have rankings, but I'm interested to see. Well, Cyberflop 2077 was a game of huge magnitude as far as open world and trying to revolutionize role-playing games. But even at the FPS level, but at the same time it just didn't deliver. I don't know if they did or didn't, but I think what the big thing to take away, whether it be a battle royale in the game or not, is it's free to play. It's free to play. That's the exciting part. So anybody could hop into it at that point. I don't mind seasons and rank resets. Keeps people playing, man. Every game has it now for ranking systems, dude. Got to maintain. Because that's the thing about rankings that a lot of people don't understand. In any game, if you take a significant amount of time off where you don't play the game, you lose those skills. And it takes a little while to retain those and get it back to that level. So it's like, if you don't maintain your skills and vie for your position, then who's to say someone couldn't come back and be better than you, Battle passes, the cool thing they said about that was, essentially the battle passes, once you buy it, it does not expire. So you have a limited time to get all the cosmetics from that battle pass. So that's a good yes. Because I never finish battle passes. I never finish them. At least in the games that I bought them for, like Apex. It was a good reveal. It was a really good reveal. A good anti-cheat? One could hope. We don't know. Yeah, the release date's kind of worrisome. 100%. I don't know. A part of me is thinking they're trying to time everything right, and they're not trying to give too much away because they want people to retain hype. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being too optimistic, but I agree 100%. They're riding a hype wave. That's why no release date beta. See? That's what I'm thinking too. I think they know what they're doing. And maybe it's the right way to do it. Have y'all ever thought about that? Think about it this way. Games that release or have release dates, the pre-orders completely crush release dates sometimes because expectations are high and everything is going great. They've released more gameplay. But the game comes out, on the release date, and it might not be completely ready. But instead of having people feel like they've pre-ordered it and bought it and all that stuff, it's like, at least at that point, maybe it's just a different psychological route is what I'm saying to the whole pre-order conspiracy.